In this lesson, we're going to talk about the different parts of an equation. If you didn't already know, algebra is just the language of mathematics, and the way that we write our equations has its own language, just like English does. So an equation is always made up of two different expressions, one on the left-hand side of the equal sign and one on the right-hand side of the equal sign. Each expression is then made up of terms that are added and subtracted. Those terms are made up of different factors, and those factors can either be numerical coefficients, which are just numbers, or variables, which are our letters. If this sounds confusing, you're not alone. If you're not used to looking at mathematics as a language, what makes it easier is kind of comparing it to a language that you already know well, which is English. So we know in English a paragraph is made up of sentences. Each sentence is made up of words. Each word is made up of letters, and letters can either be consonants or they can be vowels. This parallels greatly our language of mathematics. So if we look at the parts of a sentence, this simple sentence I have here, the cat is black, we know is 1, 2, 3, 4 words. You know that there are 4 words because you could tell when each word ends by the spaces between the words. If I look at this last word, the word black, we know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters in the word black. 4 of those letters are consonants, and the one letter A is our vowel. Now let's look at an expression, which is equivalent to a sentence in English. So I have a very simple expression here, 3x minus 5. Remember, each expression is made up of terms. So in this expression, I have 2 terms. I have 3x and I have negative 5. The way that we can distinguish terms is by using our plus and minus signs. So that's how I know I have 2 terms, because of the minus sign. The minus sign is kind of like a space. It tells me when one term ends and another term begins. Now we can look at one of our terms more closely. So I have the term 3x. 3x has 2 factors. 3 is a factor and x is a factor. Factors are numbers and variables that are multiplied together. 3 is a numerical coefficient, whereas x is a variable. And those are the different parts of an expression.